Bryant and LaDainian Tomlinson. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the winners of 4 straight, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So TCU's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
It's complete to the left, and they're able to get him on the ground.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This is the 8th play of this long drive, and it's 3rd and goal. The snap sets up the throw. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So Texas A&M's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
And typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Leaves it with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Spins away from the defense. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Working that left side now. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got his man down the middle. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And the Horned Frogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He wants it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking for room. It's Best. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Working the middle. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Handoff to the fullback. The Horned Frogs get enough for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. They'll try the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
That's the last thing this defense needed, a penalty to keep the drive moving. It's 1st and 10. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll go to the air. He's got his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guy.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Feeling some heat. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. Right down the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. 1st down here for the offense. He's going to pass. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Fires left. Makes a connection. And chunk plays are the name of the game. And they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver...
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
You have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play. They just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. The defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. On the return, it's Laporta. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz.
Oh, look out, there he goes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage bust.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. And the quick shuffle pass. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can. Lets it fly. Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, Aggies! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on. They got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Pocket starts to collapse. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. On the run, fires downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. He'll let one go down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, TCU! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On the run, it's Best. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And now on 2nd down for this offense. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we are just about ready to go in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll open the second half with a run. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Texas A&M going up tempo. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Running it back, it's Laporta. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Here's the handoff. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back was one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
On the run, it's Wade. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Got it set up on the outside. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Horned Frogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the route is on.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He finds his man.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll pull it on the read. At the 45, on his way. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And now the offense just said, oh, you don't think he's going to run it? You're not going to account for him? I'll do that. Great job taking advantage of the numbers. When you're an offense and you have a quarterback that can do this occasionally, it just puts that little bit of doubt in my head, makes me play it a little bit more on defense.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The play-action fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Got a wide open receiver. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. They'll run the counter. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
The inside handoff. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Open space at the 25. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Right back to the well. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Tackle is made after the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, TCU! And the punishment has been extended. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. He lets it fly. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Off he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Try to barge their way in. He gets in there for the 2. It's a 2-possession game now, and they've still got a shot. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Grab near the sticks. It's Laporta. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give out of the gun. Keeps the legs moving. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Quarterback checking off. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Laporta. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Horned Frogs have moved it inside the 20. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
Firing to the right, complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the deep...
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Best. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Aggies want to move quickly.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Caught in the backfield, it's Best. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Lofted to the sideline, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. The 40, the 30, past the 10. Touchdown, TCU! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.